All right, let's get it. As Juan Cruikshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork you will not get anywhere else. See, take it indoors today. Handle the business the same way that you gotta handle business, every once in a while here and there. This time of year, South Florida does get to the point where it gets too cold to be outside. And like I was telling you guys yesterday, it's about getting the sweat on, about adjusting, about making sure you're getting it done regardless of the weather, regardless of the excuses, regardless of what's going on the exterior. You're getting your work done. So it's a good, quick warm-up run today, seeing that did put a little miles on the legs this week. I got back up to 10 miles and, we're on it. It's a matter of just focusing and adjusting and making sure you're getting the job done regardless of the exterior circumstances. As far as today's Move Swiftly thought, recording this on what I have dubbed as a faith-based Friday. This is the first time that I've had an entire week to really marinate on it. And basically the way it works is, since I go to church every single Sunday, I have taken the content or taken my content and I've aligned it with what I'm learning in the church, what I'm learning in the messages that I'm getting from church, right? So how it works, or how it has started working, there's a full week of it working now, and it has, to the most part, been something that I would strongly recommend you do, especially if you are the person that at times like me struggles with faith, struggles with figuring out where your next move is going to be. Sometimes get so many ideas, has so much vision and so many things they want to do that they can become distracted with a lot of certain things that come up, especially like me, again, someone that speaks on current events as frequently as I do. It can be challenging to stick to a system and things of that nature, right? So what I've decided to do is take the message that was said by Pastor Groeschel. For those of you who don't know, I go to Life Church. I'm a group leader at Life Church, and I'll dive into this a little bit later. I just want to give you kind of a frame of how important it is to have systems. So what I do is I create a system that on Fridays, I will re-listen to the message that he gave in order to really allow it to connect and make it so as I head into the weekend, I'm not losing the kind of the energy and the thoughts and the positive energy, I should say, the positive takeaways from Sunday, all right? Because, entire 4 days can go by and you can forget that feeling, when Pastor, for any guys out there that go to church regularly, you guys know when Pastor hits you with a message, like a strong, solid message, all right, hey, you feel it that Sunday, but by the time you get to Wednesday and you deal with certain people, especially, again, if you're me, you deal with a lot of people that at the work environment that you don't particularly get along with, that you don't particularly like the way they move and all that kind of stuff. It's important that you have a system in place that reinforces the positive energy so you can go out and do the work that you wanted to do. All right. So as far as today's Move Swiftly thought, I'm going to kind of give you just a briefing of what we're going to be talking about in the live stream later, which is removing idolatry. That's what Pastor's message was all about. It's about removing the idolatry of an actual human being, and more so putting your focus on making sure it's God first and then all of the other important things that come after that. All right. So as you go along in this world, again, and this is why I like to touch on this subject on Fridays now. Why Fridays has been the day in which I like to touch on this subject is because this is the day in which a lot of people go astray. This is the day where a lot of people go compromising. It's the day in which, you make your weekend plans and you're doing it, from the place of what you want to do as opposed to what God wants you to do, and not understanding that dynamic. So again, all that being said, tap in with me later on the live stream. Just want to give you that briefing of it and understand also the importance of having a system. So, and because again, I'll be 100% honest with y'all. Today was a rough one. It was rough for me to just get up. I was kind of down a little bit, but just knowing that I have a system in place, it leads to the discipline of me making sure I'm on here, sure I'm working on making sure I don't just take a day off because I just don't feel it that day. That's what systems can do for you. So all that being said, main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. As Juan Cruikshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.